Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right.
Oh, man. Hello. What is going on? Welcome to episode number 96 of Talking Truth to Teen Issues, Tissues, You all see it in the title. We're giving a full case for getting married. I know marriage been taking a hit in the media these days. Seems like it's an optional. We even have pastors or religious figures like Kirk Franklin out there speaking against marriage. And I have to do a whole video about that another time, but not right now. And I'm going to give a case for marriage during this video. I know you're all maybe young and maybe not be quite thinking about it, but at some point it needs to be on your life's agenda. Then, of course, you know, I'm a whole doctor. We are going to have to do a little conversation about some healthy things, living in FOUNT, hashtag living in FOUNT. We're going to talk about living in FOUNT, foods that you should be eating. And in our FOCK section, what are we talking about in this part? Relationships? Ooh, what did I say? Oh, man. I can't remember what I had in there. What did I have in there? Let me see this. Hold on. Let me take a second. Okay. Oh, being careful about just hanging out with people. What does that all mean? And we're talking about the back to schooler in our teen archetype. And then I'm going to tell you the story about how I met my husband. Why not? Before we don't do that, let me see what y'all been talking about before I got here. Thank you for being here when I got back from camp. As you can see, my voice is a hot mess. You all remember the show, not last week, but the one before, where I was supposed to come on. I could barely talk. I was coughing. It was just, how did I get sick before camp? This is a trip that we've been planning for years. This huge camporee happens every 5 years. I said 55,000. I think the final count was something like 62,000 people were at this campground. It was amazing. We had a great time. Of course, there's some things they could have done a little better. That was the first time at this particular city. And I know we overwhelmed the Wi-Fi data, cellular, to the point that nobody could get any cellular connection unless you got up early in the morning when people were all sleeping, or late at night when people were all sleeping. And let me see what other things. We had a whole storm. They had to cut the camporee short, 1 day short, because we had a storm in the middle of it. And some people, honestly, their tents got just totaled and they had to pack up and leave. Then another storm was supposed to be coming through again on Saturday. Leaders made the decision to end the camporee. And of course, what happens? What y'all think happened? Y'all let me know. No storm came. Not 1 second storm. Beautiful, sunny Wyoming day. Anyway, we end up staying in Denver, going back to Denver because we were flying in and out of Denver, and then took a charter bus up to Wyoming. The charter bus came and got us early. We got us Saturday. And we spent Saturday and Sunday in Denver. We went up to Red Rocks and had a good time as a club. I mean, would we prefer to be in a camp? I don't know, but you know what? We made the best of the situation. Do y'all see my skin? I'm about 3 shades darker. I know I always have these mood lighting on my videos where, you know, kind of like cinematic lighting where one half of my face is dark and the other one is lighted. But you could tell, look, can you see it? Maybe not as well, but I am about 16 shades lighter. That's the thing about the Midwest. Even on overcast days, that sun will burn you to an absolute crisp. And that's what it does to me. Okay, before, I know we're going to get into the subject, but I miss y'all. I had to see what y'all been in here talking about. I got to read it and see those fingernails. Yeah, the thumbnails. Listen, for the thumbnails, I send Tade. You know, Tade is the guy that does our thumbnails. I send him the subject, and I don't mess with his creative freedom. He's an artist, and I let him do his thing. Whatever he sends to me, I'm like, yeah, boom. Maybe every once in a while, I may have a specific vision of what I want the thumbnail to look like, and I'll tell him exactly what. Like for the Me Fi Me, the Why I Didn't Pledge a Fraternity, I had a specific vision of what I wanted that one to look like, and I told him, and he drew it. But otherwise, I just tell him, and he drew it. So that's what he pictured about marriage, and I rolled with it. The nails are a little scary though. And let me see. This is a family show. Watch yourself on your text, or you'll be texting from the abyss. That's right. I don't want y'all leaving me in the abyss of nothingness. And I want y'all to stay here and, you know, keep it family, keep it friendly. Big talk, keep it up. Don't make me have to go Darth L. Jackson on you. Man, why don't I get that reference? What is Darth L. Jackson? Somebody have to explain that to me in the comment section. Now, who is being inappropriate here? I do have to admit, Voice Under did make the greatest video of all time. Show is about to start. Let's get into character. Here comes the convo. Yeah, what's a convo? What's Google? Try using it. I did your sarcastic troll. Nothing came up. That's why I axed. The word is ask. Y'all are killing me. Okay, fair enough. All right. I know I usually have this little convo thing after the main subject, but I couldn't resist because y'all were going at it, and I needed to see what was happening in the comment section. All right, let's just head in. Let's just hop in to our show today. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get it going. Yeah. Okay. This is Dr. G Nice and her husband, man. Actually, this year, November, will be our 20th anniversary. Here's another picture. This is us at a friend's wedding. It was a couple years ago. This is us on our honeymoon, actually. We went to California, Malibu. Man, we look like children. Whoa. And this is us at another friend's wedding. This was, let's see, maybe 2014, if I had to guess, like 2014. And this is us when we were dating. A little note my husband had left for me. We were dating. He left this. I was still seeing patients in my clinic, and he left this on my desk telling me, I'm waiting for you outside. I still have the note. And this is us. This was after church one day, just to take some pictures. And this probably, if I had to guess what year this was taken, maybe, 2015, 16, something like that. Right? And then this is us at another friend's wedding, about 2015, 16. Notice the same hairstyle. This is an Ethiopian dress I have. And this is one of our sons in the background there. You could just see half of him. Same wedding this is us. Just, of course, you see the mask. So you know that's 2020 when the vid was happening. And this is us. We went on an anniversary dinner. I can't remember what year this was. We were living in North Carolina then. So if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's pre-pandemic, maybe like 2019. And with that, I am here to tell you to make a plug for getting married. Why not? I see so many things on social media these days that marriage is getting beat up. It is for sure getting knocked up, knocked down, beat up, battered, and bruised in the comment sections and posts. Everywhere I see, there's a lot of anti-marriage sentiment out there, and I have no idea where it's coming from. You know what? It kills me. And I mentioned before, I've even seen a recent post by Kirk Franklin talking about giving this same anti-marriage sentiment in a different way, in a different perspective. And I really feel I'm going to do a reaction video about it. I may hop on tomorrow. If y'all see that I have a live tomorrow, it's because I really felt compelled to do a reaction about what he said about marriage. He had a different viewpoint of it, but it seemed like it rolled all into the same thing against marriage. And I'm here to tell you all, get married. I know you're young, and I'm not saying get married now. You're that are watching, if you're in high school, if you're in college, it may not be right now, but do not take marriage off the list of things that you want to do in your life. It is a noble thing to aspire to. It is not beneath you as a man, beneath you as a woman, beneath you as a girl or a boy. This is something that you should aspire to. And here are some of the reasons. Number 1, get married because you have a built-in bestie. Listen, I have moved so many places with my husband, and I never really have to worry about having friends because I have somebody there that I can talk to all the time. I understand him, he understands me, and we just vibe. It's just cool. You don't have to really worry about having no whole lot of friends and having people backstabbing you and worrying about who's saying this and who's saying that. You don't got to worry about all that. When you're married, you have a built-in bestie, and winning. Everybody wants friends. Everybody wants to be understood, and to have a friend that understands you. Come on now. That alone is a reason enough. Everybody wants a friend, and here you have one that you're in the house with, sleep in the same bed with, and you just get to vibe. Number 2. The number 2 reason to get married is guilt-free sex. I mean, let's just be real here. Many of us, you know, this is just a natural human urge. We talk about things clearly. I'm a whole physician, and we cannot deny the fact that once you get through puberty and into puberty and past puberty, you start having these biological urges to be sexually active. And if you're a Christian, you do feel, you also understand that you just can't be giving your body to any person out there like that, because your body is sacred, is the temple of God. You're putting it at risk for many things, and sex is not just like running to the mall or going to the grocery store like other people treat it. It's not that way. There's a deep connection that occurs, and you fully understand that as a Christian. And you know, so you have these biological urges, and you know that you just can't be like sharing your body with any person like that. You get married, bam, you can share your body with this person all the time, and you don't have to worry about those kind of things, because sex in the confines of marriage is holy and acceptable unto God. And, you know, this is it. And I'm not saying just get out there and get married to any person just because you want to have sex. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. Don't misinterpret it, what I'm saying. It is still important to choose a husband, to choose a wife that you're compatible with, that understands the permanence of marriage, that you all share common values. You're not unequally yoked, is what the Bible says. And to break that down in common English, you not over there and they over here. There's some similarities there to provide a great foundation. You all have same ideas about raising children, same ideas on religion. These are the things that's going to provide a successful marriage. And not what Disney talks about, because Disney and Hollywood, they got you messed up. Disney and Hollywood has totally got your brain all messed up and screwed up about what marriage is supposed to be, and that is just a conversation for another day. You're gonna have to do some anti-brainwashing to get over some of the messaging that they have put you through about what marriage is all about. Number 2, however, is guilt-free sex. All right. Third reason to get married is to follow the model that God has set up. In the very beginning of the first marriage of Adam and Eve, where Adam was just kind of roaming through the garden by himself, naming animals, seeing that everybody had a bestie, a built-in bestie, and he ain't have one. He's just like, what's up? What about me? And God really told, it's not good for man to be alone. And he put him to sleep, and he took a rib and formed a woman, named her Eve, and they were the first marriage. God has set it up for a man and a woman to be a couple, to be married, to be fruitful and multiply. And it's just a beautiful thing. When you really look at it at its core, this is something beautiful. It's a relationship that words sometimes can't even embrace and can't even explain how two people can truly become one. You see that, how devastating divorce is. Even like if you're dating somebody and you break up, it's devastating. Y'all not even married. Y'all don't got no kids. Y'all ain't really made no commitment to the Lord and the judge and nobody, nothing like that. And you break it up and you lost your mind, because these connections between a man and a woman is just, there's a deep spiritual thing that happens. There's hormones that are exchanged that connect you in ways that you don't even know about. God has put this thing together, and that is why these relationships are so powerful. And it's just an opportunity being married for you to follow this model that God has put together. Number 4. No endless loop of dating. You date, you break up to make up. You're breaking up. You're going on the dating apps. You're finding somebody else, and then it didn't work out. And then there's somebody at church, got somebody that want to set you up. Somebody's friend said they knew this person at work, and they want to set you up. And then you go out with them, and it's just this endless loop of nothingness. You meet this person, but they're not quite right, and endless blah, 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 blah. Just this endless loop of nonsensical dating that leads to nowhere. Date with a purpose to get married, and it makes it so much easier. And once you get married, you don't have to worry about all that. You don't have to worry about it at all. Bam, you're set. You're done. You're straight. Then number 5. It matures you as a person. There are decisions that you have to make as a married person that you just don't have to make when you're single. You have to be able to communicate how you feel to another person. You have to be able to listen and understand what the other person is saying. If you're really working this marriage thing correctly, it takes your communication skills to the next level. If you're really working marriage how it's supposed to be, it just naturally would improve you and mature you as a person, bottom line, if you're doing it the right way. if you're not doing it the Disney way, if you're not doing it the Hollywood way, I promise you'll be better off. My husband and I, we have been married 20 years. In this November will be 20 years. And it's just like any relationship, we grow. I mean, there have been times where we just have a difficult time. And every time we make it through this difficult time, because we are both understand that we are 100% committed to being married forever. Being divorced is not on the table at all, period. And because of that commitment, when we hit a hard spot and we negotiate and work our way through it, our marriage ends up better each time. So you hit a hard spot, because you're dealing with two human beings. It's gonna happen. You're not the same person. You're gonna run into you're gonna not bump heads sometimes. That's just how it is. But with every time we run into a hard spot, we make it through it, it gets better. Run into another hard spot and it gets better. It matures you as a person. If you want to be a very mature human being, get married. And next week, we're going to talk about having children. If you want to be a mature human being, get married and have children. It's going to turn you into your best self. Number 6, it makes you become less selfish. You cannot be married and just be thinking about yourself all the time. It's just not going to work. And selfishness is the source of so many things that just makes your life so difficult. Do you hear me? If you whittle everything back and peel everything back, a lot of problems, a lot of things that we're going through, the stress, the anxiety, all of these things really can be boiled down to a very selfish nature. Being married strips a lot of that selfishness away from you. Number 7, it brings you closer to God. It really is. Marriage is a spiritual experience. And if you work it correctly, if both people are praying for each other, and you're as a wife, you're praying for your husband's health and it spiritually, physically, mentally, all of that, and your husband is praying for you as his wife, spiritually, mentally, physically, and you all put God in the center of it, it's just a spiritual journey that you just cannot explain it. And it just grows you as a spiritual person and helps you get closer to God. There are even places in the Bible where the relationship between God and his church is compared to that of a bridegroom and a bride. This is a special relationship. Do not let Hollywood, do not let social media, do not let these people that are bitter or probably just following the trends that are happening to humans, how they've just really corrupted something so beautiful as marriage. And they're putting these ideas out there that marriage is not a good thing. It's not worth it. It's old. It's archaic. Do not follow these people. They want you to not experience true happiness. They really do. I mean, I don't know why they're against you like that, because half of them married themselves, or at least they've tried it several times. They keep doing it. So there's something about it that draws them. They just don't want you to have it. I'm telling you, don't. I'm going to make a whole video. I am going to make something about this, because it doesn't make sense how there's so much out there talking about telling young people, don't get married, don't get married, don't get married. It always ends in divorce, all of that. It's trying to steal your happiness. It's something that God has set forth for you to make you happy, to give you joy while you're here on this planet Earth. And then you have these lovely people that are trying to take this wonderful blessing away from you. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you feel about marriage? Which one of the reasons for getting married do you think are your favorite? I listed 7. tell me some more that you can think about in the comment section. And I know most of y'all are not quite there in your life yet, but hey, at some point you'll get there, and I want you to fully be able to embrace the idea of getting married. Now, let me throw out there one thing. There are, in certain cases, that you don't have to get married. Now, if you plan to commit your life to the service of God, and you're just like, being married, because it's a responsibility. Being married takes away some energies and time, and you really want to commit your entire life to the service of God, that is a whole different thing. But if you want to be out there, hoeing and showing, then that is not the better alternative. Okay. All right. Let me see what we got going on in the comment section. Being married is good. It means your stuff works and at least someone can stand you. That's right. That quote was stolen from the movie The Departed. Stop it. You are embarrassing the show. The quote was stolen from Deadpool 2. This is no hope. There's no hope for the chat. I'm not going to have to get a moderator in this chat. Y'all be testing me. I'm going to have to be, after this, I'm going to have to Google some stuff. Before I go on, have you all seen the breakdancer girl on that was from Australia that did that whole breakdancing? I'm gonna put breakdancing in quotes. It has the whole interwebs up in arms. They're talking about how it's Black appropriation. I'm like, how can it be Black appropriation when this woman was not even breakdancing? She was just doing some little movement. I don't know. The whole thing just had me tickled. It's so funny how people get themselves all riled up on the interwebs. Sometimes people need to just sit down for a second and just touch. What do they say? Touch some grass. Go touch some grass. All right. Next we have our living in FOUNT. FOUNT is the 5 keys to wellness and wisdom to help you unlock your best. And today we're talking about the F in FOUNT, which is for fuel. And you all know Dr. D Nice, I have a whole pageant coming up in April. I've got to lose at least 40 pounds. Oh, that sounds like a lot. Anyway, it's how I fuel my body during this time is going to be super important. And some of the things I'm going to share with you, that probiotics, as you're fueling your body, try to incorporate some probiotics into your diet. You can get this from fermented foods like kimchi. You can even take probiotic pills. I do prefer more natural things like the kimchi. I do. Now, what that does for you is that it really just improves your gut health. It makes the bacteria in your gut, the good bacteria, the ones that cause your body and your whole gut to work better. Because whether you understand it or not, your gut, which is your intestines, your small intestines, large intestines, all of this area is not just involved in digestion. It also helps with the nervous system, and it helps with your immune system. A good, healthy gut with the right balance of bacteria will help you to have a good functioning nervous system, which includes your brain. You'll be able to think better. And it also will improve your immune system, which is helping your body to fight off diseases, as well as just digestion. Helping your digestion, you don't have to worry about having these weird belly pains and constipation and diarrhea and all those stuff. I know some people don't really like talking about medically things, and I just speak about them because that's just what I talk about all day. It seems like nothing to say these words. So if it gets too gross, y'all just say, Dr. D Nice, holla, 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 holla. Can you just pull it back just a little bit? All right. We are on to our FOCK sections. This is our relationship and sexuality section. And I just had to stop for a second to talk with you all about just hanging out. be very careful about just hanging out with, especially people of the opposite sex, especially somebody that you like. Don't get yourself in a situation where you're just all alone in a dark room, in a house, in a car, in just a very secluded area, just hanging out with somebody that you really love or attracted to. Because regardless of whatever your willpower is or your spiritual connection with the Lord is, them hormones, when they start hormoning, you will get yourself in certain situations that horizontal tangoing is inevitable. Be careful about just hanging out. That's all I got to say about that. All right, which one are we talking about? Where are we at? We're at the teen archetype. And, it's back to school time. Y'all ready to go back to school? In a couple of weeks, all three of my sons will be back to school. I have one high school senior, one high school sophomore, and one is going to be in the 8th grade. They're super excited about it. And listen, back to schoolers, this is time, you're ready. You can't wait to see who's going to be in your class. You can't wait to see who you're going to be sitting by. You can't wait to see what your friends are going to be wearing the first day of school. You can't wait to see what you're going to wear at the first school. You already have your outfit planned. You know exactly how your hair is going to look. You want to prepare that new hairstyle that you figured out over the summer. You are ready. This is back to school time, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Go on in there because you understand that first impressions are important. You got to make sure that you start the year off with the right level of that social calendar, social hierarchy. You're good with that. Nothing wrong with that. Get up in there, back to schooler, and enjoy your first day of school. Okay, let me see. Anything else in the comment section? The quote was, unfortunately. I missed what unfortunately was said. What was that question? What question did I ask? I can't remember. There is a 20-second delay between me asking the question and you all hearing it. I don't know if that's something that I can change. I think just because my channel is still a newer channel, but I'm going to play around with the settings to see if I can make the response a little bit more meantime, because there's definitely a delay between what I'm saying and you hearing it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I can go in there and adjust those settings. Let me see this. Stream health, stream settings. Let me see stream settings. Auto start. I don't see it. Okay. I'll play around with it another day. I bet you there's some place else that I can go and figure out where it is. Okay, let's end this show since we were talking a lot about marriage. And I'll tell you all about how I met my husband. And this section of the show is called the Frontal Lobe Training. And this is helping you learn from other people's experience, my experiences, by the way, or even failures that I've go through. A wise person is willing to learn from others. And here is my story. A Haitian and a Jamaican met in Denver, Colorado. Let me tell you how that happened. When I was 13 years old, I went on a camping trip to Colorado. I was living in New Jersey at the time. As many of y'all already know, I was born in Jamaica. I came to America at 10 years old, and we went to New Jersey. And in New Jersey, I was part of a group, a church group, a Seventh-day Adventist youth group called Pathfinders. And this is similar to like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. And we went on this huge camporee in Camp Hale, Colorado. We had planned for years to do it. And it was just the most amazing time. The Cosby kids. The Cosby kids were there. Just, that was the time. We had a ball. Do you hear me? It was right in the valley beside the most amazing mountains. I'm from Jamaica. Jamaica is a beautiful island. The beaches, the ocean, the mountains, the greenery. It's just a beautiful island. When I saw the Rocky Mountains, I had never seen anything like that before. I promise you, I looked up at those things and I said, at 13 years old, how could somebody look at these mountains and not know that there is a God in heaven? That is how my 13-year-old self felt. I was moved. And I said, you know what? When I am done with school, I am moving to Colorado. And guess what I did? Yes, 14 years later. No, it was 14. 15. Because I was 28. 15 years later. Was I 28? It's 16. 16 years later, I moved to Colorado. I finished high school. Let me tell you how it happened. I started high school in New Jersey, finished high school in South Florida, started college at Florida A&M University, finished college of University of Texas in Tyler, got a nursing degree, and after that, I went to medical school. And then after that, I did my residency in North Carolina, my internal medicine residency in North Carolina. And my first job out of residency, they get headhunters to find us jobs. My first job out of residency, I told them, I want to go to Colorado. There's some few other states that I wanted to, and that's be a story for another day. But I ended up in Colorado, my first job there. I didn't know anyone. I moved to Colorado all by myself. I rented my apartment sight unseen, and it was beautiful. It was 10-minute walk. Man, I get my time. It was a 10-minute walk from my living room to being in my office. My boyfriend, my then boyfriend, actually drove me to Colorado. The first Sabbath, because y'all know Dr. D Nice is a Sabbath keeper, and I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and I go to church. I enjoy going to church. The first Saturday, I went to a church. I think it was Community. It was called Community Seventh-day Adventist. It was all right. It was all right. No big deal. I subsequently met a lot of people years later that I really have developed great friendships with. Then the second Sabbath, I went to Park Hill. At Park Hill, there was a guest pastor speaking, and he was from Aurora First Seventh-day Adventist Church. He invited me to come to his church the following week. I went to his church, the Aurora First Seventh-day Adventist Church, the third Sabbath. And right there in the lobby of Aurora First Seventh-day Adventist Church, 3 Saturdays into my living in Denver, I met my husband. I saw him. I was like, that boy looks like my brother. I know that's kind of creepy, but he does. He kind of has a resemblance to my brother. We're not related because he's from Haiti and I'm from Jamaica. I don't have no family from Haiti. Ain't none of my my family members that thought the Lord was talking to them when he said, be fruitful and multiply. None of them were with any Haitian women. I'm absolutely positive we're not related, but he has a resemblance to my brother. There's some people that think my brother and him are brothers and not me and my brother. Anyway, right there, I saw him and we walked up to each other. And the rest is history. It's crazy, right? A Haitian and a Jamaican meet in Denver, Colorado. My husband didn't even have any business being in Colorado himself. He was a member Haitian police, and one of his friends ended up marrying a girl that came to Haiti from the Peace Corps. And when my husband came to America, his friend told him to come on over to Colorado and live. So he have no business there either. It's crazy, right? And now we're almost 20 years married. We have really enjoyed our time together. So you just never know where you're going to meet your person or how you're going to meet your person. What I'm encouraging you to do is live your life. Don't sit around sitting on your bed waiting for your husband or the love of your life to come knocking on your door. Hey, I heard you're at 1601 Park Place. I heard that my wife was here. Are you her? It ain't gonna happen. Live your life. Get out there. Do stuff. Follow the desires of your heart, your talent. Go see the world. That is where the people with similar interests as yourself is going to be. They're not going to come knocking on your door, pulling you out your bed in your living room. Live your life so that you could meet your person. All right. That is our story. Let me know in the comment section below. I know it's probably mostly teens that watch my show, but if it's an adult, how did you meet your husband? How did you meet your wife? Let me know. I know it may be a lot to type, but let me know anyway. All right, what we got in the comment section? Marriage is a lot of fun. Our comments are too risque. It's not you. Our texts are not going through. Grandparenting is the best. Yeah, I'm not a grandparent stage yet. At some point, I bet you that will happen, though. Hopefully while I'm alive. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I don't have anything else. What y'all got? What else y'all have going on? Give that 20-second delay for y'all to hear my question. What else y'all have going on? Nothing? Y'all good? I'll wait and see. Cause I'm all talked out. Like I said, tomorrow though, for sure, if you all see a little live pop up, it's just easier for me, even if I'm doing a reaction type video. And I may go back to doing reaction videos. I don't know. Organic snake oil powder. You remember I used to do some reaction videos. I have a bunch of them in there. I may start doing one or two because there've been some stuff that has popped up that I really want to comment on. And honestly, there was a part of me that felt like talking about certain things was a little bit gossipy. And I feel I'm changing my mind about that. I feel that it's okay to use some things that are popular, some popular subjects, or some things that are happening in our culture to be able to make a point, to be able to help show people a current example of how they could live life better. I don't know. Am I saying that correctly? You're here. You understand what I'm saying. Bottom line is, I'm going to go back to doing some reactions. Will I do it regularly? Maybe once or twice a week. It depends. But I do prefer to do it live, honestly. It just seems to work better that way. So if you ever see that I've had a live, and it's just because there's something that's happened in popular culture that I thought I should respond to. Okay, I don't see any questions in the comment section, so let's just go ahead and end our stream. Okay. The Lord bless and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turns his face towards you and gives you peace. May the Lord watch between me and you while we're absent one from another. Amen. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for not having me stand here out into just talking into the abyss of nothingness, me by myself. I'm telling you, it really encourages me to have you all here consistently organic snake oil powder, magic 8-ball spot. And I don't know if you all see that occasionally we'll get 1 or 2 people that pop in and out. They don't stay the whole time, but it's okay. I just honestly, I am so happy and so grateful for you all to be here. I just can't even explain to you how much. And if you know, I really appreciate it. All right. And so remember, next week, I told you all the schedule before. Next week, we are going to be doing a plug for having children, a case for having children. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. And with that, I will see you all next week, and we're out.
Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got 2.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys? Your game's all tight? FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.